my boy the Hatter, and I got Dr. Dan with me. What's up, y'all?
What's going on, man? How are you guys doing today, Dan?
Woo! Undefeated is how I'm feeling, man.
Oh, dude.
I give you 3 college football plays, all right? And they all won big. They were laughing. You were laughing by the end of the game on all of them against the spread, all right? The Mets come home, little 4-2 win. Never really in doubt. I mean, look, I know Schwarber hit one that still hasn't landed. Thing almost went 500 feet, but no problems there. Harvey into the 8th. And we just laughed all night.
Damn, man, you went undefeated. Congratulations. And you actually leaned the Royals in the first game, too, which was pretty nuts, man. Dream, I'm understanding that you went undefeated, too.
I did, but it's a moot point. Let's keep it moving. That's yesterday's news. I'm into today, and I love the card today. The card is exciting. Yesterday, I did it, but, yesterday I was filled with doing a bunch of things. Started out with soccer in the morning. My wife was in a competition, and then I ended up in that, which was insane. I mean, but big ups to her. She placed. She did an excellent job, and I'm just glad I'm glad we can move forward.
I'm very happy for your bride, Dream. But what I'm not happy about is that I was 4 straight hours of not watching football, man.
4 hours of watching Jets straight.
I ran out the house right after the show was over. I took my kids apple picking. I did my fatherly duty of the weekend. I got home well before Michigan State. Yeah. After I do Marshall already wrapped it up. And that was it. And I'm good for the weekend. That's what I did.
Definitely.
So the funny part, right, we're sitting, because Hat came a little bit later, and I'm like in the front row. I had been there from 4:30 on, and it was like, oh my God, I wanted to just hand out the trophies to cats and just be like, okay, you won, you're Dusty, you won, you're Dusty, and we're all done with this. But Hat came a little later in the show, so we're sitting here now. I'm sitting at one seat. Obviously, Hat is sitting on the right-hand side of me. There's nobody on the side of him. The aisle's there. And then on the left-hand side of me is one of my wife's best friends. And then Hat's wife is down from her. So a sister comes out on stage. A female bodybuilder comes out on stage. And, Hat got a little taste for some flavor, right? So as it would happen, Hat had knocked down water with his foot that was near his foot, and I didn't see him knock down the water. So all of a sudden, because cats that were taking pictures would run up to the aisle, right in front of Hat, there was some bars, they would go and kneel right in front of him and take pictures. So I see Hat going to kneel, and I'm like, yo, what is he doing? His wife is too over, and I'm like, yo, I'm nudging him, what are you doing? And he's like, nah, I dropped some water, and I'm sitting at home, and we start cracking up, because I'm like, yo, I thought you was about to go out there and take a picture of her.
I dropped the water, man. I rolled all the way down the aisle. I was like, oh, man, here we go. So, hey, it is what it is, man. But after all, you know what? We had a good time last night, man, and I'm happy. And I watched all the highlights today, and I watched how your boy Harbizzle lost.
Hey.
Michigan lost at the last second with a muffled snap, kid. Damn.
I like Michigan State with the points. I said that, I was going to back Harbaugh and believe in Harbaugh now and, give him some credit as being a good defensive coach. But I did still like Michigan State with the points. And I still been on the fence with Michigan. I guess Michigan still should have won that game, though.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, congratulations to both of you guys for cashing everything you put out there yesterday. Me, myself, personally, couldn't pick my nose yesterday, man. UConn takes the lead 10-7 and then loses the game. 500 yards of offense and can't win the game. And then their defense as well, man. South Florida mopped the floor with them. So, hey, whatever. It is what it is, man. I am feeling good about the pro football ticket and ready to rock and roll. And everything that was on Houston radio, too, Dream, was
oh, absolutely. We definitely wrecked it. So the people in Houston, that's a little bit of life added to them. Get them a little life back.
Absolutely.
Because they just down in the dumps right now. Is the controversy over? Is Utah good now? Are we done with that, fellas?
I think the Utes are strong. I think
okay, because we got a lot of Arizona State is winning yesterday, and I'm like, I don't think so.
Oh, no, and You know, in that pouring rain, you could see, obviously, definitely kind of weird raining in Utah. I didn't think it ever rained out there, but definitely affected Arizona State. I don't know when the last time Arizona even got rain was.
And hey, guys, we had like, it was like a blue moon solar eclipse. Something happened yesterday that hasn't happened in a long time.
What's that?
Us winning college football?
Ohio State covered their spread.
Ohio State University covered a spread, man.
What happened?
You know what it is JT Barrett went in there and went ham.
Okay.
So, big ups to them for actually covering a spread, man. So they're like, what, like 2-5 now versus the bread? Something crazy. But anyway, hey, that's enough of the collegiate slate. We got to get right into the pros, guys. And we got a lot of...
One more thing before we go. I want to give a big ups to A, because I talked about it a little bit, only because I was dying to get to this. But Lamar Odom is out of his coma.
Oh, yeah, he is, man. He's breathing on his own, and now the jokes can start.
Because I got to ask y'all one question. Was anybody... But I kind of have to salute him.
Oh, I know, right?
Too bad I got kids. If it wasn't for that,
I completely concur with you on that, man.
Lamar
That's the
said,
way.
Yo, I'm good.
Lamar said, "Yo, if I'm gonna go out, I'm going out swinging."
Here's my thing, though. Imagine the girls' room, like when they walked in the room and see Lamar pass out. Imagine the chaos in the spot at that point. Oh my god.
Oh my god, crazy, man.
She was like, yo, I think this dude is dead. Yo, that's Lamar Odom. He can't be dead. What do you mean he's dead? What were you doing back here? Dog, call the cops. Wait, don't call the cops. Wait a minute. Just imagine, they had to probably have like a 35-minute, they probably had a 35-minute discussion about what they were going to do.
Oh, I'm sure, absolutely. Hey, man, you know what? I'm just happy that he's out of his coma. I don't think he's out of the coma, but he's getting
Yeah,
back
no,
to
he's
normal.
out. They said he spoke. I think he spoke. I last report I saw.
Oh, what did he say?
Yeah.
What did he say when he came out?
he said, don't tell my wife to like Lamar, by the way, you're in a hospital, National Choir. every major media outlet been at the hospital for the last 3 days, bro.
Oh.
She knows.
So much for doctor-patient confidentiality.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
right.
like the broadcast that get picked up and they put your name in the paper for soliciting the prostitution.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I gotta stop. All right,
Wow.
we gotta get into the show.
We gotta
I can kill this for days.
Oh my God, guys, we are on Twitter right now at SBTV Nation on Twitter, man, rocking and rolling and having a good time. And SBTVNation.com is where you can listen to the show along with Spreaker. So, guys, let's get right into this and have a conversation about the games that are.
Hey, big ups to my boy Papa Smurf, and I know Papa, you've been having a pretty bad season. I've been back and forth with him. You know, he's been up and down. I shouldn't say bad, but been up and down, just not winning like he expects to be winning. And the bad thing about Papa is Papa's giving me mad winners because I money line. And I tell him all the time, he had stopped giving it 1 week. I'm like, yo, keep running me them winners, player. He said, but they're not winning, Dream. I'm like, you're not winning, but I am. So keep running them. But big ups to him. He had a great day yesterday, and a lot of stuff that he gave me again all came out, came to fruition. He had Ohio State covering as well.
Wow.
I'm just happy to see. Good dude. We love that dude. I'm just happy to see him back on top.
Absolutely. All right, guys. So let's switch this up and get right into the NFL football, man. So, all right. So the first game we got on the ticket, guys, is a pretty nasty one, man. But I'm sure Dan's going to have an opinion because he's always surrounded by this New York Jets team. You got the Redskins who are 2-3 coming into the New York Jets, who are actually 3-1, and the Jets are minus 6.5 with an under over of 40.5 points. I'm going to kick it off with the evil genius. What's your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, I mean, I expect the Jets to win this game, but it's going to be a nasty game. You know, Washington does have a very good defense. You know, the Jets, with their full complement of receivers who they have today with Decker and Marshall, can attack you through the air. And, I mean, they do have a very good running back in the Ivory, you know, and a good offensive line. Look, I expect the Jets to win. I'm just not taking this game with the points.
Okay.
I could see it, you know, being a field goal game. You know, maybe if you get it down, you know, if you buy 6 points and get it as a pick, I like the Jets, but I'm not personally getting involved.
You got two of the premier defenses in the league, surprisingly, man. You got the New York Jets, who are number 2 in all of the NFL, allowing 280 yards per game. And Washington, surprisingly, 314. They are number 6 in all of the NFL. Dream, are you getting involved with this nasty game?
Son, come on.
The question is, who actually has the better quarterback out there?
Knows I won't play this game.
You got Kirk
I definitely go with the Jets as far as the better quarterback is concerned. You know, the thing, you know, I know you guys say Miami's defense, I mean, the Redskins' defense is good. I don't know. I think that they're okay. Yep. You know, get the job done. I don't know if I would give them a good category. Then on the flip side, you know, I know we're saying the Jets' defense is good, but hold on a second. Philly, Cleveland, Indy, Miami.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know. Are they good?
We will see when they play one of the premier offenses.
Yeah.
Because you know they got to play
definitely, and that ain't happening today.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, I don't expect Washington to put up more than, 13, maybe 16.
Really?
I really don't. I mean, you got Cousins back there who is not good. I mean, you got, a fully healthy secondary for the Jets.
Yep.
The Redskins haven't really been able to run the ball great. Morris is now taking a back seat to the other guys. The Jets are going to block up the run. They're going to force Cousins to pass the ball. I think they take an early lead. The thing, and force them to throw the ball a little more. Look, I'm not taking this game. I could see the Jets winning this game pretty big. But, Washington does have a very good defense, but I think the Jets' offense is better, which is why, they won't really be in doubt to ever lose.
All right, man. Sounds good. Well, the next game is, I think this game is scary. I don't know. I'm sure both of you guys are on this, though. You got the Arizona Cardinals, who are 4-1, coming into the 3-2 Pittsburgh Steelers. Arizona minus 4.5, under over a 45. Dream, I'm going to start off with you on this one. What you got?
I am a believer. I believe in the Arizona Cardinals player. I am a believer. I've watched him, and they got me against the Rams. I remember that, and I was a little bit salty with that, but I came back. I watched him last week. I watched him go in and absolutely obliterate Detroit. And even though Detroit's bad, not playing good and at a high level this season, Detroit still has got a lot of weapons. Arizona went in there and punched Detroit right in the face, okay? Yep. This Arizona team, brother, I think that this team is really good. They have to keep Carson Palmer healthy. As long as they can do that, this team is going to be good. Their defense is dope, all right? And I'm sorry, I saw Pittsburgh Monday, and I know Mike Vick looked awesome for the last 5 minutes of the game. Outside of that, he looked absolutely terrible. And I like Mike Vick. I'm a Mike Vick guy. But guess what? This defense is not having it. No way, no shape, no how. If it's a trap, guess what? I'm trapped. I'm stuck. I'm getting trapped. I love this game.
How about you, Dan?
I'm the same way. And, there's a couple different reasons, but primarily the secondary of the Arizona Cardinals, is so live, especially on the edge.
Yes.
And when Vic gets in trouble, where does he escape? He escapes to the sides. You're going to see him I think he gets killed today. That defense is maybe the number 1-2 defense with Denver in the league.
Yes.
And people always, forget that this Arizona offense, not only do they have, Carson Palmer and Larry Fitzgerald, Chris Johnson's back running the ball extremely well. Okay, you got Jarrell Brown and John Brown, who both have hands that look like they just got coated in stickum. Man, I'm all over Arizona as well today. Let's get that.
Yes, me and the Doc, we going forward today with this.
Hey, I wish you guys the best of luck with that one, man.
So you just gonna sit back and watch us win again?
Probably. I did that with the Mets last night.
Hey, I'm sitting right. Never mind. I can't even tell a story. Forget it. Go ahead.
Oh man, I know. He's sitting there. He's like, "Get some Mets. Get some." I'm like, "Nah, oh man, nah." You know, because I haven't really been doing much with the baseball during the playoffs. So, next one we have on a ticket
son,
is.
you know what? I've been sitting here with my demented mind, and I've been thinking. You gotta figure though now, the chick in the Bunny Ranch or wherever they were at, like they're all saying it. She was so dope, she put him in a coma.
Yeah,
That's in our resume now. I put Lamar in a coma.
Yeah.
That's an extra 100 on for me.
Definitely.
All right, let's go.
All right, Kansas City Chiefs, who are 1-4, going against the Minnesota Vikings. And the Minnesota Vikings are 2-2, 2-0 at home. Minnesota minus 3.5, over of 43 points. Obviously, Jamal Charles is out of the lineup for the Kansas City Chiefs, so you're going to be looking probably at a 1-2 punch of someone like Niall Davis or the guy West over there. I don't know. I don't remember West's first name. But taking a look at this, I think Minnesota gets the job done. I don't know if I'd get involved in this particular game because Kansas City's got to be hungry. But, Dan, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm with you. I think Minnesota takes this, but I can't get involved. I know all signs point to Minnesota. But, you know, it could be one of those where, hey, let's rally and do it for Jamal, you know, type of things. I mean, he meant so much to the team. You saw, I mean, but that's the other thing. When he left the game and they knew he was done, that team just fell flat on their face.
Yep.
Flat on their face. And
totally, man. Lost to the Bears.
Along with a whole
I
bunch
know. And I mean, hey, look, I was happy, obviously. Everybody who gave me crap and then didn't manage to say anything afterwards.
Yeah, I even gave you crap about the Bears play.
You did, but you congratulated me afterwards, along with one other cat who I can't remember who it was. But it's all good. I think the Vikings smoke them today, but I'm just not going to get involved.
Dream.
I don't think it's going to be a smoking. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't like the game. The one thing about the Vikings, I told you guys before, they're susceptible on the weak side. They definitely can't handle the weak side run. I don't know if Kansas City will be able to exploit that or not. This Kansas City team, I just don't understand. But like you said, their backs are against the wall. I expect them to play a little bit better and a little bit disciplined. Oh, you want to do trap game? Go talk to me about this game being a trap. Don't talk to me about the Arizona game being a trap.
Well, that's exactly how I feel.
Yeah, I don't really like this game. I would stay away from it. But you know what? I'm not even going to give you a side on this because I just don't like it. I think you should just leave this game alone. I can't figure out who either one of these two teams are.
I did take a shot and I did take Niall Davis on my fantasy team, so I think he's going to get a lot of carries.
Well, he's going to get a bunch of carries.
Yeah,
definitely.
You're
definitely right about
Hopefully, let me just see what that run defense is doing for the Minnesota Vikings here. Hold on one second. Let me look it up and see what I got. As far as the Minnesota Vikings are concerned, running the ball, number 16 in football right now, man. Let me just take a look at how many yards per game that is. Minnesota, where are you guys? This is really important to me. 125 yards a game they're giving up on the ground. So Kansas City, that's what they do with Alex Smith at the helm, man. They run the ball. So we'll see what ends up happening with that. Next one we've got on the ticket is a pretty interesting matchup. We got the 5-0 Bengals coming into the 3-2 Bills, who are 1-2 at home. So they're actually 2-0 on the road. Cincinnati is -3 with an under-over of 43. And Dan, you're saying that Tyrod Taylor's out of the lineup.
Yeah, no, it's going to be E.J. Manuel. And not only that, but now they're saying that if he plays well enough, he could win the starting job, which is is kind of crazy to me, but that supposedly is what Rex Ryan has said to the media up there.
Wow.
I got no... I mean, this is a trap game to me for Cincinnati.
Okay, I could see that, man. That's a tough place to play at. I know they're 1-2 at home and all that, but that's kind of a tough place to play.
It's a tough place to play. It's gonna. I mean, look, I know it's cold in Cincinnati too. It's going to be very cold in Buffalo. It actually might dip into the 20s.
It ain't 90 in Cincinnati, by the way.
No, exactly what I said. So that shouldn't matter. But I don't know what to think. I mean, you got E.J. Manuel coming out today, but like I said, trap game for Cincinnati. I don't think the spread is right, so I'm not going to take it.
All right.
You guys have seen me before. You heard me before say this is gambling. We are not launching a space shuttle. This is not NASA. And I'm going to stick to that same theory. Look, Cincinnati Bengals are good. One of the top 3 teams in football, undefeated. Came back last week and won a game that they should have lost against a very, very good defense. All right? Cincinnati is a well-coached team. They travel well. They've got a lot of experience. The Red Rocket been back there for a minute. They're not falling. Who doesn't know the Bills are gonna blitz the house on you on 3rd down? I mean, we all know that. We don't even play on the field right now. Cincinnati is going to be prepared for this game. Don't go taking the Bills thinking you're going to trick Vegas. Oh, I'm going to trick Vegas. I got him. Go, stop. Don't do it. Don't play yourself. Man. I don't love this game, but there's no way. If this is one of those, play Cincinnati or don't play.
Got it. All right, man. So the next game we have on the ticket is, dream. The Chicago Bears, who are 2-3, coming into the favored 0-5 Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions minus 4 points with an under-over of 44.5, and this is one of my spots today. I like the Lions. I think the Lions get game 1 victory today, and Dream, I think you're on the same page with me.
I am on the same page with you, which is a little bit scary because whenever you're on the same side of my money, it always is shaky.
No, I think it's when you're on the same side as me.
I know, but it's not. It's you.
All right. So you're feeling them as well.
You know what I'm saying? The whole UConn is looking at you right now, salty.
500 yards of offense didn't win the game.
Yeah, that means the only way they could explain that was that you put your money on it.
Whatever. Anyway,
yes, I like the Detroit Lions. The only issue I have with the Detroit Lions, guys, is in last week's game, at some point, Matthew Stafford and the offensive coordinator got into a little bit of a whatever screaming match, whatever you want to call it. Apparently, and I wasn't aware of this, but Detroit has changed offensive coordinators, with this season, and obviously it hasn't been smooth. So there's a little bit of issues there. That being said, they probably kiss and made up on Monday. You're my boy. I'm gonna call some different plays and I'm gonna do some different things. Hash it out. The only thing to get you back right and get you everybody happy and cohesive again is a win. Detroit is much better than 0-6, guys. They are much better than their record. Okay? Right. So, that being said, here come the Bears. Stop it with the Bears won last week, because stop it. All right? I like Detroit this week. Detroit's going to get the win. We got the Bears. This is a game that I like, and I definitely think Detroit gets their first win this week.
All right, sounds good. Well, it's an interdivision matchup, so you got to be careful. It'll probably be a little tight. And I got to be honest with you, man. I'm looking at something here, which is kind of I did not realize that the Chicago Bears have the number 4 defense in the league as far as yards per game, 304. Dream.
Really?
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, and Detroit's offense, they got some weapons and all that. So I think we're going to be in a little bit of a stomach ache here. But I think
I'm not touching this.
I think Detroit emerges. Dan, you're fading this one, huh?
You guys sound like me right now, getting involved in this junk. This is absolute garbage. You're talking about a team. Look, and I don't know how Matt Stafford rebounds here. Look. How salty would you be if they were like, hey, yeah, we got Dan Orlovsky, who, last time he was out there, he walked out of the back of the end zone, but we're replacing you with him.
Yeah.
I know you want to place a lot of blame on the quarterback, as it always happens, and I'm not saying that he shouldn't have been necessarily benched to prove a point, but, the thing is you just don't know what's going to happen, and is Alshon Jeffrey playing? That's, that could make a big difference.
Okay, let me take a look at that here. Give me 1 second while I pull that
I know he was questionable, but they were saying he most likely was playing. He's still questionable.
But damn, it's still the Bears, though, Dan.
I
mean, come on, son. Cuddles is not.
But you're talking about an 0-6 Detroit Lions team.
Which is all the more reason why they got to get this win at home. They have to win at their home. They got an opportunity to beat a team that, is not that good. So they got to go out there and get it. They ain't having it with Cuddles in them today. Forget it.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good, man. So let's move on to the next one and have the conversation. I got him as questionable over here, Dan.
All right.
Jeffrey, questionable.
We'll see if he plays, but I think he will play, and that's I think he'll have a big impact. That's all I'm saying.
All right, I'm not seeing any precipitation in the lineups here so far. So looking at the 5-0 Broncos, who are 3-0 away, coming into the 2-3 Cleve Browns, who have found some offense as of late. Detroit minus 3.5 points with an under over of 42.5 points. I got to start with the Dream
Here
because
comes the trap game, guys.
This is your boy. What you
trap
got?
game, guys. I know they all screaming, oh, this is a trap. Stop it.
Stop it, right?
Stop it. It's Cleve. All right, it's Cleve.
Yes.
No trap game. Buffalo, listen, the Broncos got a great defense. They've got a good defense. But I did see a little bit of bang. Yeah, DeMarcus Ware is out. So keep that in mind. And Talib is questionable. Keep that in mind as well. I still think the Denver's defense will be formidable enough to get it done. It won't probably be a pretty game. It's going to probably look a little bit like the Raider game looked last week.
Right.
I have talked about Peyton Manning being a little bit of a shell of himself. You know, the arm not being as dope. I'll buy it into that, but still enough to beat Cleveland. I like the Broncos in this game. You know, I'm not going crazy on it, but I do like the Broncos in this game, and I think they'll win.
Dream, I got to be honest with you. I watched your boy last week.
Yep.
I did watch his passes kind of float in the air a little bit.
I know.
Here's a problem, and the one thing that scares me, and I'm taking this game. It's not the cold. It's windy in Cleveland today.
Okay.
The wind is blowing 25 miles an hour.
Wow.
So
A lot of running.
the Broncos don't have a ground game. So
They don't.
I am a little concerned, but trap games, I feel like the trap games that happen are from teams where they have mediocre defenses.
Right.
Denver's got the best defense in the league. It's not like Cleveland's running out anybody that's special that's going to be throwing balls through the air like, 25-mile-per-hour wind doesn't matter. Peyton will adjust. He'll throw to the short game. So, I expect to see a lot of yards after the catch in this situation. But, again, I'm all over Denver here.
All right, sounds good. My man Papa Bear is all over us, Dream, for saying the Lions today. Well, we'll see at the end of the day where we are. And
Pop likes it or doesn't like it.
He says, Dusty.
Oh, my bad. Hey. I'm sure he got a Dusty game in his card.
Houston Texans, who are 1-4, coming into the 1-4 Jacksonville Jags. And Jags minus 2.5, under over of 43 points. And 67 degrees, partly cloudy out there in Jacksonville, Florida, currently. But Blake Bortles last week lit up the fantasy points, man. Went ham last week. So something to take a look at. The Houston Texans, I think this game is pretty ugly, but I'm going to stay away from it. Dan, what's your thoughts?
I think Houston goes into Jacksonville and gets a win.
You think so, huh?
I really do. I mean, I've actually had the displeasure of watching these teams a little bit because they're normally getting scored against each other a lot, so it's always on red zone. But, look, Houston still has a chance. I mean, anybody in this division can win it right now.
Yep.
So, Houston has to look at it that if they, beat the Jaguars, they're 2-4. You got to think, the Colts are losing tonight. And look, I think that Houston gets it done. I mean, you're talking about an offense that can still be very explosive, and I think the defense can, shut down Bortles a little bit today if they get, if they can break through that line and get to him. I like Houston today on the money line.
You do, huh? Dream, what's your thoughts on that?
My thoughts are I like Houston as well. I think Houston's going to win the game. I like the way they played. I wouldn't get involved in this game, but I do like them to win the game.
You like them to win the game outright.
Yep. Right.
So you don't even need the points.
Nope.
All right. Sounds good, guys. Well, hey, you know what? I know you're not getting involved in it, and neither is your boy, the Mad Hatter. Next one we have on a ticket is my Miami Dolphins, who are coming off the bye with their new coach. Now, who are 1-3, coming into the 1-3 Titans. Tennessee is -2 with an under-over of 43.5 points. Guys, I don't even know what I'm going to see out of the Dolphins today. I'm a Dolphins fan. I'm kind of anxious to see what's going to happen there, see if there's any kind of, if they've got any kind of motivation whatsoever, because with Philbin at the helm, there was just nothing there. They were just kind of, walking into the huddle and it was just, you could just tell that the wind was out of their sails. So I don't know if we're going to see the same of that or not, now that Philbin's out. So I'm going to stay away from this particular matchup because I think Tennessee's a little bit better than the record. I got to be honest with you. Dan, what's your thoughts here?
I agree with you. I'm not putting my wallet out for this one.
Okay.
Because again, you just don't know how Miami's going to react. Are they going to completely fold? Even worse than they already have this year?
Sure.
Or do they come out and they say, okay, it's kind of like a new start. Let's they start playing for their jobs because they're not going anywhere this year. Who knows? Yeah. I say just stay away from this. There's much better games out there.
And it's my understanding that the defensive coordinator's also been fired too. Dream.
Yeah. So you're going to, and I'm sure they won't change the scheme too much, but it's still really, that's got to mess, week 6, and you're learning a new guy calling the plays. I don't know about that.
Yeah, and you got Dominic Sue, who is calling his own plays out there as well. So who the hell knows what we're going to expect? And Dream, I'm sure you're not going anywhere near this at all.
Nowhere near it. Not at all. My buddy in Tennessee, though, he seems to think that the Titans can win this game.
I think they can. I think they can as well.
Yeah, I don't
think Tennessee. I almost want to take them. I think that Mariota has been very, very good this year. I don't think Miami had, they can't cover the slot. They can't really cover anything. You can carve them, and then if you demoralize them a little bit, they just give up on games.
All right, sounds good, man. We're gonna jump into the 4 o'clocks right now because there's only 3 of them. What a dusty schedule, man. I hate that. Because you know what? I got my kids' game at noon. That's going to end about 2 o'clock, so I'm going to get the second half of the ones, and then I'm going to be stuck watching just 3 games. That's it. But, hey, it is what it is, and we got 3 games, and we got a 4:05 Eastern Standard Time start. We got the 4-0 Panthers coming into the 2-3 Seahawks. Seattle -7 with an under over a 40.5 points. Obviously, you know that the Seahawks are a totally different team at home than on the road. They're 2-0 at home with the 12th man going crazy over there. Killer Cam coming into town. Killer Cam got blown up by them last year in the playoffs. And Dream, it sounds like that you don't think it's going to be any different today.
I absolutely don't. I think it's going to be probably even worse. This is my 4 o'clock game that I love. I absolutely like Seattle for all the reasons. They need to win, back against the wall. I think Carolina is, immensely overrated isn't even a term I can give Carolina. They played that soft schedule where they played absolutely no one. And then Cam, is he's one of them cats that's like, we had a couple dusty cats in the show last night, my wife's competition, that got trophies that like me and Hat could have just took off our shirts and ran up there on stage and we would have got a trophy. And they're like today running around the gym talking about, look, I told you I was dope. I told you. And that's what Cam's doing after beating Jacksonville, Houston, the Saints, and Tampa Bay. Running around talking about he's dope. Guess what? He's not. They're getting beat today.
Yeah, you think so, huh?
No doubt.
All right. So, Dan, what's your thoughts on this?
Come on, Dan.
They're getting beat.
Okay.
But I don't like the 7 points.
Oh, I don't. Do I ever have to say?
I know. But I'm saying that's why I kind of like Carolina +7. And if you throw them in a 10-point teaser and get them up to +17, I like them
that's
better.
What you gotta like. Yeah, gotta get them into +17. Please
But,
don't try the 7.
I think the 7's good here. I actually lean that. We'll see. I think this game's going to be a lot closer. Maybe Jimmy Graham will finally see some action here today and prove me wrong. But unless that happens, I think you see a closer game than we think.
All right, sounds good, man. Next game we have on the ticket is one that I really like today. The 2-3 Chargers, who are 0-2 away after that embarrassing loss on Monday night in their building.
Trap game. It's a trap game.
Line movement, kid.
Green Bay's not good.
Hey, you know what? Listen, at the end of the day, I actually have to talk about the line movement real quick because UConn went from -3 to a pick 'em at game time, and it didn't throw me off the game, Dream. And sure enough, there was a reason for it. But anyway, you're looking at the Packers, who are 5-0, who have not lost a game in Lambeau Field since 2013, and Aaron Rodgers has only had 1 interception since 2012, which was versus the Rams. Packers 5-0, 3-0 at home, -10.5, under over a 50.5 points. Definitely feeling the Pack here. I think the Pack get the job done. The 10.5 might be a little steep You're probably going to see Rivers throw a last-minute touchdown and screw up that spread. But I think the Packers win the game. And I'm going to start with Dan here. Dan, what's your thoughts on in the Tundra today, man?
All over this game.
Yeah.
It's not going to be crazy cold, I don't think, by game time. I think we're looking at, high 40s, low 50s. So, nothing crazy. But, I expect Green Bay to absolutely, and Aaron Rodgers to carve this defense up. I don't think San Diego can stop him through the air. I think Eddie Lacy finally has a really good game on the ground.
Okay.
He hasn't really had a breakout game this year yet.
Right. That's why I have him in fantasy, bro. I picked him up.
I'm saying I think he has a monster game today.
Yep.
And, I just Phillip Rivers in Green Bay. Good luck to you. I think they lose by 2 touchdowns.
Okay, sounds good. Dream, what's your thoughts?
Yes, sir. I saw Rivers on Monday night. You guys know I don't like Rivers. I don't like the offensive line. Offensive line has some issues as the Steelers were kind of in his case. So I'm expecting that Green Bay should be that much better and that much more effective, especially at home. It's a bad spot for him. I don't want to hear the trap spot conspiracy theorists. But I am not getting involved with this game. As I just got other games that I just like that much more. I'm not saying that I don't think San Diego can win this game. And I don't think that they should win this game. And probably if you get rid of Green Bay's points, this game's all set. But as of right now, it's just not one of my games. I don't know why I've overlooked it. I probably shouldn't have. I said every week, you should take Green Bay, take the Patriots. Yet here I am not doing it. It's just like last week. I said, well, why would I bother with Green Bay? I made fun of that. So who knows? Maybe at 4 o'clock I will change my mind because there's a 4 o'clock game, and I'm kind of dwelling on the 1 o'clocks right now. But I don't see any way that San Diego wins. So I don't know why I'm not involved in it.
All right, got it. Sounds good. 2 more games on the ticket, man. We got a 4:25 start. We got the Baltimore Ravens, who are 1-4. Ouch. Versus the 1-4 49ers. Baltimore -2. Over of 43 points. I'm going to let you start with this, Dream, because, I know that you're a Niner fan. I know it's been a pretty ugly season. I know you hate the quarterback. What do you think is going to happen when the Baltimore Ravens come into town?
This is like, for baseball guys, this is like the closest thing you can get to a baseball game in football. So for the guys that love baseball, you could turn this on and, take a look at the pitch count. Guys, this game's just nasty. 2 awful teams right now playing, terrible. The Ravens, I don't really know what their excuse is because they got the $1 million. Well, I shouldn't even say that because Colin Kaepernick doesn't make that much less than Flacco. But, I don't get it. Flacco's here. I don't understand why he's not getting it done. I know he doesn't have anybody to throw to. Steve Smith's, questionable. But the other guys, they were actually part of the offense last week. And the offense looked crisp for most of the game, but then ended up blowing it. The biggest thing to me with the Ravens is that defense since Suggs has left, the defense has it's just like the KC thing with Charles going down. The defense when Suggs gone, just a complete drop off. Niners don't kill you offensively. Yeah, I know you're going to tell me Colin Kaepernick was a little better last week. That was the New York Giants he was throwing against, and right. I did just say Baltimore's defense isn't that good this year, but I think Baltimore's defense is still a little bit better than the Giant defense. And you know what? I don't like this game. I slightly would lean towards, what's the under-over number?
The total number on this particular matchup is 43 points only.
Yeah, this game has, over the years, I remember Thanksgiving night, this game being played. It was like a 9-6 game. Obviously, both teams are completely different from who they were then. You do have the Super Bowl, if anybody could care about that, which probably neither team could care about. They're so far from Super Bowl, both of them. I don't know what you do. I don't really like the game. Maybe take the under and maybe take Baltimore. I wouldn't play it, though.
All right, sounds good. I'm looking at the San Francisco 49ers, man. Absolutely terrible, bro. 31st in the league as far as defense is concerned, and offense number 29.
Yeah, you don't take this game anyway. Over, under, money line, spread, whatever. It's just nasty. You're just flip a coin. The defenses are bad. So at some point, even with bad offenses, they're still professionals. You might, you can see some crazy things. See that backdoor over being covered in this game. I would just stay far, far away.
I think I agree with both of you on that. I really do. I mean, the only bright spot that I'm seeing here is Baltimore's offense versus anything else. Number 12 in the league. I mean, that's the best you're going to get out of this because their defense has been really bad too.
Think about even 2 years ago, seeing that as the dustiest game on the schedule.
Yeah, I know, right? Crazy.
It really is. It's
crazy.
bad.
Crazy. Final game we got on the ticket is Sunday Night Football. We got the New England Patriots coming into the Indianapolis Colts. Patriots are 4-0. 2-0 away versus the 3-2 Colts, who are 1-1 at home. I believe Andrew Luck is returning for this matchup on prime time. You got New England.
Good luck.
New England -9 with an under/over of 54 points, and I read somewhere that Brady's father wants him to score 60 points tonight.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that, but the bigger number comes, I think. When Luck is under pressure, he's been the worst percentage completion quarterback in the league this year.
Really?
Under pressure, Luck only completes 20.4% of his passes.
Okay.
All right. Indianapolis, T.Y. Hilton, okay, and I know this depends on a couple things, but I think T.Y. Hilton, you bottle him up, you stop the whole thing. They can only really hit him deep. They can't really run the ball. The Patriots, on the other hand, have found a really good running game. You got Edelman that'll go crazy today. I mean, just the middle of that field is open against Indianapolis.
Okay.
The book cannot set this line high enough. I think they're bracing to get clobbered here. I have the Patriots -9.5. I also have them with Green Bay and Denver in a really, really large play 10-point teaser.
Okay.
But no, I think, man, Belichick, if given the chance, will run up the score as many points as he can. Indianapolis is in a big trouble here.
I just want to share something with the audience. And Dream, you and I have always picked on this particular matchup, man, especially last year in the playoffs. Remember that?
Yep.
New England 45-7. That was Deflategate. New England 42-20. New England 43-24. New England 59-24. New England 31-24. They have been just absolutely smoking the Colts, man. It's just they just have their number. Dream, what's your thoughts on Brady?
Everything that Dan just said and then some. I think it's going to be a drubbing. Like I said, in none of the games here can I say if the team could beat you by 30, they're going to try to do it, and they're going to keep it going just to rub it in. The other guys will get up a couple of touchdowns, and then they'll back off and run the ball, and let's get out of here with a win and run the clock out. That is not the scenario you're going to have in this game at all. If they get up, which I think that they will and they should, they're going to keep trying to go up and up and up and up and up. It'll have almost maybe a college feel about it. I really like the Patriots. I talked about it already. They're motivated, after the whole thing debacle that went down. So this game, it could get very ugly. I like the Patriots a lot in this particular matchup, and for obvious reasons.
All right, sounds
good.
Good.
I mean, I look, you guys know it. I'm going to do it again. I'm 1-0 on adjusted lines. The Patriots are -17.5 at +190.
Dan, you're out of your mind, man. I love
you.
it.
Call me out of your mind, but you
1-0 with that. I get it.
The Patriots are the one team you do it with. It's not like the Colts or even the Colts. And look at all those numbers that Dream just read off. Even with a decent team, they're still losing by 30 points.
Yep, got it.
I mean, and now you've got a garbage team out there for Indianapolis. They're talking a big game. Good luck. Belichick wants to eviscerate them. When Brady plays angry, it's just like lights out.
Yep.
Lights out. And the only way that they win this game is maybe if they Tanya Harding, Rob Gronkowski.
Exactly.
I mean, that's really about it. And they would still beat him by 20.
I got you. I totally understand it, man. And I got Edelman on my fantasy team, so I'm hoping that he lights up the points as far as my team is concerned. So that's pretty much it for the football. Just real quick, we got one baseball game, Dan. We got your New York Metropolitans, who are going against the Cubs' Jake Arrieta tonight, man. So that is Sunday night baseball, and it is at 8:07 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Probably going to be a little cold out there, Dan. Just break down that game for us real quick, and I don't know which side you're going to be on here.
I wonder. No, man. Look, you know me. It's either a Mets play or a no play. And The Mets at plus 152, I love it. You have Syndergaard, who, Terry Collins goes up to him the other day and goes, yeah, I know you pitched relief. You were throwing 100. How do you feel? Best I've ever felt, coach. And I believe it. I think he comes out there. He's got a full complement of pitches. I saw a lot of people saying, oh, he's a 2-pitch pitcher. Nah, man. My man's got 3 and possibly 4 pitches that he can use at any time.
Yep.
Arrieta, I know people are saying, oh, it's good that he got an extra day of rest. Pitchers are creatures of habit. Okay? Look what happens. I mean, even on an extra day of rest sometimes. And you're talking about a Mets team that is not going to be scared of facing Arrieta. They're not going to be like, oh, no, it's Arrieta. They just faced Clayton Kershaw and Zach Greinke twice.
Yep.
And beat them. Okay? So, look, I love the Mets here. Plus 152. I think they go to Chicago up 2-zip.
Really?
I really do.
Dream, are you getting involved with the Mets tonight or
I
not?
am.
You are? You like the Mets too?
Taking them just because Dr. Dizzle said it.
Okay. All right.
Let's do
Sounds
it.
good, guys. All right. So we are rocking and rolling and going from there. So let's just jump right into the best plays of the day. And let me ask you guys a question. And I'm looking at this and I'm just trying to figure it out. If there was one game that you could take with the spread, no manipulation, no money lines, no nothing like that, is there one particular game that you both would look at?
No manipulation of the spread. What's this, 1970s? Oh.
No manipulation.
I know Dan has like a plethora of them, but I'm looking at it.
New England.
New England -9.
New England's -9. I mean, I have it at 9.5. You know me, I play everything's against the spread.
Yeah, got it. Dream, nothing?
Arizona
minus.
Yeah, I feel that too.
Arizona minus what? 4.5?
I got 3.
You got 3, huh?
Wow.
Vegas, I believe Vegas is 3.
All right, I'm looking at ESPN and I've got 4.5 over here. All right, sounds
You have
good.
5, Dan?
Yeah, but that was yesterday. So
okay. All right. If I had to guess one of them, if I had to look at them, oh man, it's tough today, man, because I'm so used to manipulating lines. But I'm gonna have to say Detroit -4. I think Detroit wins by 6 or more today. So,
Woo!
All right, guys. So let's. I mean, hey, listen. That's just just us making a conversation for the old school players out there. Dream.
I'm not playing it, so I hope you boys win on that. But.
For the old school players, don't be old. All right, all right. Stop it, because you're not. You got a microwave in your house. You got a computer. You got a cell phone. If you're listening to this podcast, you ain't that old.
Yeah, exactly.
Get down with the new stuff. Forget it.
Yeah,
There's no need to be playing spreads.
My boy Marlon is saying Packers, Patriots, Broncos money line pays plus 124. Not a bad.
Yeah, I got that in a 10-point teaser that I love. The other, hey, if we're gonna go through them anyway, the other teaser that I have that I really like, guys, is Cardinals +1, Broncos +1.5. Texans +8.5, a little 1 o'clock teaser to get your day started off.
Nice. All right, Dream. What do you got on? What do you got going here, man?
I like. I'm pretty simple here. I mean, obviously the 3 teams I like the most today. I like Arizona. I like Detroit, and I like Seattle. I think that's very attractive. If you could do it in a money line parlay, it's probably extremely attractive. You can. You could do it with the 10-point teaser, and you'll have them even. It'll look even better because everybody will be plus at least a field goal and a half. Yep. So you could look at those different options there with that. Probably the safest would just be to just take Arizona and Seattle and put them 2 together. Moneyline parlay or 6-point tease as well. Then at 4 o'clock, you could come back and you could go, maybe you go in and do Seattle and Green Bay together in a teaser or parlay. And then obviously I like the night game. I also like Dan, I like the Patriots to win. And I kind of like to recover the spread. I just wouldn't give it up as my favorite. I like the Patriots. And I also like Philly on Monday night if you need something to go with the Patriots because you don't want to give the points.
What if you did a moneyline parlay with the Mets and Patriots tonight?
Yeah, you could do that as well, too. I do like the Mets as well today. And there's one more thing I wanted to get over to the ice for a quick second, guys. It's hard for me to give this out, but because the Minnesota Wild are playing absolutely above the. They're playing. I can't give it out. I can't do it. Never mind. I ain't gonna go there. But
good.
the Ducks, I can't believe the Ducks haven't won yet. You got the 0-2 Ducks at home again. They're playing the Minnesota Wild, but the Wild been playing so well. I can't give it out. Sorry, I can't do it. But go get yourself some Rangers tonight.
Go get yourself some Rangers. All right,
get yourself
sounds
some Rangers.
good.
It's a 1 o'clock start. Rangers are playing the Devils. Rangers are playing good hockey right now. The Devils are not. They haven't gotten a win either yet. I look for the Rangers to continue to stay hot and beat this Devils team. So you might want to get a little bit of that today as well.
All right, sounds good, man. So I'm taking a look at this, and the only thing that I can plug as far as point spreads and manipulations and the whole package is Denver Broncos +7. Detroit Lions +6.5, Green Bay -0.5, 10-point teaser. That's what I'm looking at. So, all right, yep. Dan, do your closeout. Dream, you do yours, and I'll do mine, and we're going to get out of here this morning.
Yeah, so I gave you guys the teasers. The other games that I'm taking against the spread, Broncos 4.5. The Texans on the money line at +110. The Packers -10. The Cardinals -5. That's what we're rolling with. Hey, guys, another great weekend. We killed it yesterday. Let's kill it again today. Let's get that money. I will see you boys next Saturday. Peace.
All right. Dream, what you got to close out? You got everybody retweeting the show today, man.
Hey, I got to get on everybody retweeting the show, and I haven't pulled it up. I'm going to grab it right now. If you could just bear with me for 1 second. I'm grabbing it right now.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Guys, always a pleasure talking with you guys. Always a pleasure doing it. I love the Sundays. It's great. Gets me started. Gets me going into my day. I hope everybody go out there and have a lot of good luck. I like to thank Matthew James for retweeting the show. Sports Attacks is out there. My man Irvin, what's up, player? What's going on? Hornet as well. Joseph Del Rosario, Theory Passard, Nicholas J. Long Woo, Spot Bet, my man MG86. What's happening, Playboy? C. Rodriguez Jr. is out there retweeting for us. TVW is out there retweeting. It Be Easy. Jim Rome's a douche. MC Money Mike, OJFB. What's happening? The ever-present Vegas Girl 92661 is out there. And Mr. Shy Picks, good morning to you, player. How are you today? D's out there as well. Woodbine Fan, Papa Smurf, LA Whiz Kid, David Duncan, the Canadian Capper, Marlon, Heavy 365, AB Land, our good old boys at Direct Sport Solution over there tearing it up. And Direct Sport Solution's been hot lately too, by the way. With their plays. They won on Friday night and then won again on Saturday. Jay Gotts is out there. AZ Wildcat is out there. JDH24 is out there. My man Wayne Yarborough, Ciroc King J, JDH24. I know it was a bad thing. I didn't want to really go into it, but I think if you heard me on Texas radio, I told you, stay away from that Bama. I knew Bama was going to get Texas saying to him. Sorry, brother, but at least you enjoyed the game. That's what it's all about, going out and having it and enjoying it. Ciroc King J is out there, Nick Arrested, Sin City Maverick, Stoopy Vets, and Key MVU, and so many more. Guys, I am the Dream. Always remember who you with. Make the most of each and every day, as you cannot get this time back.
All right, beautiful, guys. Great way to start off Sunday. I'm looking forward to going to my kids' game on the way, and looking forward to getting down with some football afterwards, man. Guys, we're on 7 days a week, having an absolute ball, free of charge, and loving life. We love you to death. Go out there, go easy, do your own homework, take your own plays, make all your dreams a reality, and get that money. Let's go.
Peace.